So I have a story for you. So late one night before bed, there was a man who prayed to understand the real meaning between heaven and hell. And coincidentally, in his dream that night, he was shown two doors. He opened the first door and walked into this room. And inside of the room, he saw people sitting around this huge round table with a large pot of delicious smelling stew right in the middle of the table. And so the man's mouth began to water until he noticed something really odd. He noticed the misery and the groans of the people who were seated around the table. He looked closer and he saw that they were thin and sickly looking and they were starving. Wow, this must be hell, he said to himself. But how could they be starving with so much delicious food? Then he noticed why. Each of their spoons had handles that were longer than their own arms, which made it impossible for them to feed themselves no matter how desperately they tried. He thought to himself, this is such a cruel way to suffer, and he literally couldn't get out of that room fast enough. Then he went into the second room, and behind the second door, the room looked exactly the same. There was the massive round table with the large pot of the same delicious smelling stew, and the people had the same long-handled spoons, except in this room, they all appeared to be cheerful and inviting, and they were well nourished. And slowly the man noticed the difference. The people in the second room were using their long-handled spoons to feed one another. And then he understood what heaven truly meant. It's not about the quality of the place or even the amount of the resources we have. Heaven is created whenever and wherever we share what we have with others. And the same thing applies to us now. As we're making preparations for the next few weeks, let's make sure that we also stay open to using whatever resources we have in whatever kind and generous ways we can use them to help others. And just let us be helpful, particularly with those people who don't have as much as we have or who may be more vulnerable to the current conditions than most of us are. I'm excited to be here going on this journey with each one of you. Much love to all of you. Thank you for watching. I add new videos daily, so make sure you click to subscribe so you don't miss out. And if you want to see the next insight, just click on over to the right. You can also follow me on Instagram @LightWatkins, and I look forward to seeing you next time.